What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Dude Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Jump. I'm doing another video on Dr. Umar Johnson. In this talk about how Biden is not doing anything for black people. This was also on The Breakfast Club, okay? Now, Joseph Biden came onto The Breakfast Club last year and made a controversial statement, which I thought would lose him the election on the support with blacks. Joe Biden said, if you vote for Trump, you're not black. Now, for many people, that was offensive. The conservatives were all over. Even the black conservative commentators were over. Brandon Tatum, ABL, Kenneth Owens. But at the end of the day, in Michigan and in Georgia, the blacks came out and proved that they were black. And still, the first day of office, apparently President Joe Biden, according to Dr. Umar Johnson, signed in a protection order for transgenders. And then also there was a protective order put into place for Asian hate that happened over COVID-19 over the last 1 year. Dr. Umar Johnson says, well then, how come Joseph Biden, when blacks have been going through what they've been going through in North America for over 400 years, how come Joe Biden didn't do nothing for black people? You know, because this is something that needs to be addressed, because he can do things for other groups. He don't do nothing for our group. He didn't do nothing for our people. You know, the white population is decreasing, and the Asians who have growing in size, they're similar in economy, as far as earning potential, political values, and the fact that he felt that Asians don't really like blacks that much. Why are they catering to these people and not us? And again, Dr. Umar Johnson is asking questions that he already knows the answer to. We know the answer to this. And that is, African Americans want the hookup. Okay? That's really what it's about. See, when you have the hookup mentality, or feeling like someone owes you something, you're not incentivized to compete for it or want to pay for it, because you feel like, you know, you already owe me anyway. So you just need to I'm gonna do the bare minimum and you need to give me something. Okay? And unfortunately, the African American community, and those who support it, have not understood how the monetization of politics work. African Americans, in my opinion, in great numbers, did not give a lot of money to Joe Biden, nor was there any agenda that the black community, in my opinion, negotiated with Joe Biden. Now, when Ice Cube tried to put together something like that, the Democrats didn't want to talk about it. And again, it was no money behind that agenda. But you see what it is. Black people feel like white folks owe us. You should give us something because we are black. We've been in slavery. We have been discriminated against. What are you going to do for us? Umar Johnson falls into this trap. As smart as he is, what he's saying here is stupid. See, you get what you pay for. And see, the thing that you don't want to talk about is the LGBT community. Regardless if you feel, whatever you feel about them, the LGBT community has an agenda. They have an agenda based in power, And for those who are not even considered LGBT, they have people who sympathize with them and they run industry. Many of them are in Hollywood. They have fought and fought and fought for these things with money. Buying politicians. Paying for what they want to have. Okay? I'll talk about economics, as I mentioned, a podcast here on YouTube. Fresh and Fit. Okay? Fresh and Fit is relatively a new podcast here on YouTube. They haven't even been going on that long. I would say they haven't been on more than, if I would guess, 1 year. 11 months. Okay? In fact, it was not even 11 months. In fact, it was Myron Gaines' YouTube channel. They have been on here for 7 or 8 months. But do you know why they're so big? They're so big because they do a lot of collaborations and they pay to play. They spend money on what they do. They just had Alba and Preach there. They flew guys into their studio. They spend a lot of money producing their podcast. And so if you really want to know how they get results, they spend money. Not just little money, big money. So much so that even last month, they only had 40,000 subscribers. They have gained almost 70,000 subscribers in a month. Okay? Why? Because they pay. See, black people expect exponential growth. Despite how we want to feel about what's happened to us in this country, we expect exponential growth without having to pay anything. Because our ancestors paid anything. And I'm sorry, sympathy doesn't work in politics. The Asian community, they pay. They own businesses. They have leverage. When you don't have no leverage, what do you expect? And the thing is, the question should be asked, why are black people still voting for Joe Biden? Why are they still voting for Democrats? See, it's easy to call out Joe Biden for doing anything, not doing nothing. We knew he wasn't going to do anything for blacks. Umar knows that. I know it. Well, then why are black people still voting for people and not using their vote to get anything at all? I mean, what do they expect to gain? Just expecting a different result? And this is why African Americans, and even Africans to a certain extent, find themselves getting taken advantage of all the time. Okay? You're not playing the game. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. You have to make people respect your money, your time, just even like me as a creator. If I were to sit here and do free consultations all day, for you no talent YouTubers keep trying to email me all the time, y'all would do it. I put the $1,000 price tag up there. Then I'm making you respect my time. Everybody has to make people respect what they do. The African American community don't make nobody respect their damn vote. You give it to them for nothing. So why should they do something for us? Anybody won't respect anyone who gives their stuff for you for nothing. You don't force your businesses to do anything. You don't give any money. What are you going to get? You're always going to get nothing. You get what you put out, which is nothing. And until black people start creating agendas, financing them, and playing hardball like the rest of the groups do, expect Joe Biden to not do nothing for your ass. And that's all I got to say. So guys, it's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the first comment pinned at the top. Check out the Black Men Are Perfect t-shirts. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.